What's up, guys? It's and Baby Holland, our shop dog. Well, this is going to be the last video for filming in my home garage, guys. As you know, I told you before, we are getting our own shop. Isn't that right, Joe? Mm-hmm. And that shop is going to give us tons of space. It's going to give us a collaborative space so we can do bigger projects. We're going to build another OBS Chevy pickup truck. I don't know, we may do a Ford, I don't know, but I know the Chevys really well, so I'm probably going to do another one of those. We may do a car bill. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do a lot more content, a lot more new content, things that are going to challenge me as a DIYer / engineer. It's going to be involve you guys, because I'm going to be leaning on all of you who turn a wrench, whether it be professionally or just for fun, to help me get through some of these projects, because self-admittedly, I don't know everything there is to know about working on vehicles. Now, as you guys see, my phone is having a heart attack right now, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm going to put a request in probably tomorrow to my company to get a new phone. So I apologize for the shaky video. It is not my hand. It is in fact the camera lens is on its way out. So why am I making a video today? One, to give you guys an update. Number two, to show you the new tools that we picked up. Now, you may ask, why is JoJo in the garage? Well, JoJo, my daughter, loves tools. Believe it or not, she does, in fact, love tools, and she likes to get her hands dirty. If you guys go back to some of my older content, you'll actually see JoJo when she was much younger, getting her hands oily and dirty, and she was even using some of the Big Wipes towels to clean her hands. Shout out to Big Wipes, guys. If you don't have any, you should get yourself a set of those. And Big Wipes, if you guys are watching this video, send me some more towelettes, man. I'm out. So, okay, now that we got that little blurb over with, let's talk about what we got new. So the first thing is SunX Tools. We purchased these. These are not sent to us. 1/4" drive, metric and SAE impact set with the magnetic component, right? So it's got the magnetic little insert in there, 1/2" or 1/4" drive, chrome moly steel, standard material for impact sockets, nothing special. But the reason why I bought this set, because you may say, well, James, you got like all these sockets, bro. Why do you need any more tools? I bought this set, one, because everybody should have a set of magnetic sockets. I don't necessarily mean that you have to have like a 3/8 drive or 1/2" drive. Get yourself a 1/4" drive set. This set was like $81 on Amazon. If you only buy either metric or SAE, it'll be half that cost. And I promise you, you will find use for this set, because there's nothing like dropping a fastener or a screw, etc., in the engine bay and not being able to locate it. That's frustrating, and sometimes you're taking out things where you don't know the thread size, etc., and it makes it even more difficult to find a replacement bolt. So I've learned that the hard way. I rebought the set. Let's see here. Part number, in case anybody is potentially interested, is 1818. The second set we bought, shout out to Capri Tools. This is a 3/8 drive stubby impact socket set. I had the 1/2" drive in both metric and SAE. I didn't use it as much as I thought I would. I was going to pair that up with one of my Milwaukee guns. It worked out great, but I'm not always using a 1/2" drive gun, so the need to have a 1/2" drive socket set that was stubby was not warranted. So I decided to buy the 3/8 drive set. Obviously, I'm using those sockets more often, and thus I said makes a better buy. They are awesome. This is a 22mm. So if we go over here and find a comparative socket, do we have a comparative? Jojo, do we have a comparative socket for that size?
What size is it?
Well, no, not in 3/8 drive. We don't. We only go up to 20, and I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know. I'm not going to give up on you guys yet. I may have. I mean, I'm not the self-proclaimed socket king here, guys. So I may not have a 22mm. Let's go a different size. Let's just make it easier on ourselves so we don't look like a total idiot. So let's go with a 19mm. Everybody has a 19. So here's a 19 stubby from Capri Tools. And then we'll put that up there. And then we'll get ourselves a 19 in snap-on, shallow. And you can see the difference in height. All right, that's crazy. If we went with a chrome socket for compare. Oh, actually, no. This must be a mid. Is this mid length? That is mid length. Sorry. Here's a traditional shallow socket in Snap-on. So you can see there probably about a third or more of the height is cut off for the Capri Tools stubby socket. So that can mean a lot. If you're in a tight space, it makes sense that this would be a much better option for you. You pair this with a shallow or a stubby ratchet that has a very thin profile. SunX Tools makes a good one now. Their latest ratchet, which I don't have with me, is an awesome pairing. This is a cheap little Premier one that I bought off of eBay. Sealy Premier, I think, is a company, but I decided not to buy the Snap-on version of this because it was just too pricey and I could never find it for a good price. So I bought this one here. But if you pair those two together, and Matco, there you go. Matco is the other one. They make a really decent thin head, so you can pair that, and that's a pretty good setup there. So you can get a lot more space for your working area. So this is the set here, and the part number on that set is CP53425 3/8 drive. It goes from 8mm all the way up to 22mm. Manganese phosphate coating, chrome moly, ASME B107 certified, 6-point design. Yeah, and like they say, shorter than your standard socket. So we already proved that statement to be true and factual. I guess we could compare. Here's a 810, yeah, that's 18mm Snap-on stubby socket, and let's go with the 18mm Capri. And the Capri is a tad bit less than 1/8 of an inch taller than your Snap-on stubby socket, and this is also 3/8 drive. So I guess save yourself some money and buy Impact. Chrome was really kind of like on its way out, in my opinion. Chrome sockets are pretty much on their way out, and what I mean by that is that most people run Impact grade sockets. I mean, the only time that you need to run a Chrome socket over a Impact socket is if you look at those two there. This is 18mm. You compare the wall thickness. That's a significant difference, right? They gotta be, because they are Impacts, so they need more material there to absorb the energy. If we compare, let's see here, that wouldn't be an even comparison. I was trying to find a different brand. Let's go with, do I have any right tool? I don't think that I do. I don't. I was trying to see if I had another brand to compare it to, but I don't think I do. Not here, at least. But anyway, so these are much thicker. I think I do have, let's see here. I got some Mac back here. What is that? That's a 1/2 inch drive, so that's a 19, but not a fair comparison. So, but the Impact sockets are traditionally always thicker in the wall in order to absorb the impacts. So thus they're called Impact sockets. So yeah, that's what we got. So we picked up those new tools. You guys already seen the Milwaukee stuff. JoJo said that she likes my Milwaukee tools, right, JoJo? Well, she didn't actually say that, but I can look in her eyes and tell. But here's the latest addition to my box. This is the 3/8 drive 285420. Like I said, I need to check and see if this is the updated design with respect to the hammer mechanism. Hopefully this is not that model where everything's snapping upon use. I pray to God that it isn't, but if it is, it's gonna go back. But yeah, so my power tool setup is pretty awesome in my opinion. I think we're done. We're not buying anything else. I thought about getting a heat gun, but the Milwaukee heat guns are so expensive, and I got a regular Harbor Freight heat gun and it works great. Only thing is it's corded, but I've never found myself in a situation where I needed to be mobile with the heat gun and the cord became an issue. So that being said, we'll just stick with the cheaper version. So, oh, the last thing we got, JoJo, I'm just on a roll today, man. The last thing I got is the SunX Tools 8-piece stubby hex bit socket set, quarter drive and 3/8 drive, SunX Tools. There's your part number 9138HS. Let's see here, chrome sockets, rust resistant, zinc phosphate coating, high visibility markings, aluminum anodized rail, lifetime warranty. There's your sizes, SunX Tools. And here's the socket set here. I bought these for working on my bike, which is conveniently stored over there in the corner because it's going to be getting transported in the next couple days for the new shop. Make sure you guys are tuned in for that. We're going to have some awesome content of me moving everything to the new shop, getting everything set up. So guys, you make sure that we get a lot of, I want, like, every view should have a like. I mean, I want to see how many likes we can get off that video, because we're going to an official shop. So, but like I said, I bought these here to work on that bike there because there are some areas that are recessed and I needed something a little bit shorter than my snap-on hex sockets. So picked these up. They weren't very much. I believe they were like less than $20 on Amazon. So I do buy some cheaper stuff, so no one can say that I'm purely snap-on, purely Mac, purely right tool. I do have some other stuff that is not, in fact, high-end sockets. So that's all we got for today, guys. We're going to cut this one out, but like I said, this is the very last video. So if you're watching it and you've been here this long, give me a like, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know. Tell Holland and new shop pup that she said hello. Be courteous and kind, because my daughter is on this video, so don't say anything that make me want to come find where you live at. Yeah, and that's going to be it. So I will check in, guys, with you on the next video. All right, peace. Tell them, Joe, say peace. Peace. There you go.